Is you rolling?
Well, how that my shit go? Rolling.
We
rolling.
here. Episode 43.
Shit.
Maybe 44, 43. We got the infamous Bangladesh.
A milli. That's we gotta
6
drop
foot,
that.
7 foot, 8 foot punch.
You know what else he did? A diva is a female version of a hustler. Of a hustler. This nigga the truth. If you don't know, look him up.
Appreciate that. Good luck.
We was talking about your story a little earlier.
Yeah.
And you were saying how you moved to the A. And I was asking, like, man, you moved to Atlanta, like, you was already making music? And you said, hell no. It was just like a manifestation. So when you start actually making music?
Like physically making music, started touching it, I was, I think, 98. In 1998, he was probably like 5. He was 5, nigga.
And this after how long in Atlanta?
I moved to Atlanta in 95, so 3 years later. Yeah, about 3 years later. I was a junior. No, I was a senior. In high school. I cut hair since I was 12, so I saved up my money and got me a beat machine.
Damn.
Yeah.
And you said your first placement, not even really a placement, but the first record where it was like, nigga, we in there, was Ludacris.
Yeah, Ludacris, What's Your Fantasy? Yeah, that's what put
I wanna lit you from your head to your toes, and I wanna boom from the bed down to the floor. How the fuck did that come about?
Man, I just made the beat in my auntie basement. You know, when I moved there, I moved in with my auntie and my cousins and shit. When I got my MPC, shit, I was just down there making beats. And when I remember when I made it, like I had that same feeling that I used to have back at the crib, like knowing, like it's kind of like that feeling that you knew what you was gonna be.
Yeah.
So it was like that same feeling when I made it. I had like these butterflies.
You got something.
Yeah, but I ain't know what something is because I'm new to it, so I don't know how this shit work. But I remember that feeling I had, you know.
How Ludacris end up on it?
Ludacris ended up on it. Like we was all mutual friends, you know. He was working on this project, and that was like one of the last songs we recorded. So, like I cut everybody hair. You know what I'm saying? Like he had an afro. I used to line him up and shit. You know them pork chop shits he got? I did that to his face.
Nigga, what? The infamous?
Yeah, I did.
Hey, that's a code. You know, it's hard to go from a nigga barber to, I just think even now, like, nigga, you know, if you the barber and you like my barber, if a nigga like, let me play you a track, you know, you fuck with a nigga, but you really like, bro, just cut me.
Yeah, that's the thing with anything. You know what people know you as. Like it's hard for them to see you as anything else. It's like when I made that beat, niggas like, who made that? They be like, Chandre, like the barber.
Right.
But that's what I came to do. Cutting hair was like something I knew how to do, you know, to make money and shit, you know, but actual being a producer is really what I wanted to be. And you never want to be a barber forever. You know what I'm saying? It's like a stepping stone. Luckily, I knew how to, I had been cutting since I was 12 years old. Yeah. So by then I was making money doing it. So it was just a stepping stone. I needed that to get to where I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Because hardware different. You know, that shit is expensive. It ain't like, you know, like the new shit. You know what I'm saying? You could just download that shit for free. Yeah. Hardware, like you gotta buy some thousands of dollars.
Sheesh.
You know, my beat machine was $2,500.
Back then?
Yeah.
God damn.
That's just for one piece of equipment.
Nigga could have gone to college.
That's why there wasn't too many niggas doing it. That's why there wasn't a saturation in the music, because like you had to, in order for you to do music back then, You had to have money. Your parents had to have a whole bunch of money, or you needed to intern for free. And interning back then is like going to get the cheesecake. Going to, you go in the studio with niggas. The intern, they not showing you shit. You making runs until they value you enough to show you some shit. You know what I'm saying? We talking about $1 million worth of boards and equipment and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just can't go learn that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's oversaturated now, because it's like everything on your laptop. You could do everything.
What moments was occurring that had you like, damn, I'm making it? Like what was who was the placements with, or what was the moments that was leading that had you like when you knew you was in demand and niggas needed a Bangladesh beat?
Well, to be honest, bro, like it's all manifestation. So it wasn't never like a surprise of events that was happening. It was like everything that I was doing, I was already told I was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like it was already a thing. So I was never surprised at nothing or like hyped. I'm really a calm, chill nigga. So, when things are happening, I'm thinking about the next thing to do. I'm not like in the moment of it. You know what I'm saying? But like, what's your fantasy? That feeling I had and it coming to fruition was like, damn, like this shit. Cause I was an Organized Noise fan. Like I'm that's my inspiration, Organized and Timberland. And we talking about a person that had both of them on the project. And my song was the lead single.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cause I really moved to Atlanta in the idea of being in the Dungeon family. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna find these niggas, I'm gonna be a part of it. You know what I'm saying?
Without making any music yet though.
No,
it's crazy.
Nah.
But I'm
That's
cool.
mania.
Yeah. So I think that like seeing my name amongst JD and Organized Noise and me having the lead single over their shit was like
Crazy.
All right then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheesh. You got some?
I was just listening. Mine take a minute to download. You don't got nothing else?
I'm a as they come. Yeah.
Gotcha.
What you got?
Go ahead.
Back then, like okay, like back then, it's not what I got, but back then when you was a starting producing, a beginner, the standard was like $7,500. That's just for the production fee. You know what I'm saying? That's just a production fee. You know what I'm saying? That's like the standard. But really it's what you negotiate. But back then, that ain't what I got. But what I got was it was finessed a little different. So, and it's not about the money. It's about, cause really your production fee is just the advance on a royalty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So What's Your Fantasy took off so well in advance really didn't matter because the money gonna come
instant,
quick. You know what I'm saying? So the money wasn't really important. Like the upfront money wasn't really important.
Was you able to get royalties then as a new producer?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like this not like.
But did you even understand that part of the game and that you was new to music, or did somebody have to put you on?
Well, I have an attorney, so that's all in negotiation. So when they telling you, when your attorney is saying shit to you, like, so those are called points. So you like a beginning producer, you goes from 1 to 5 points. You know what I'm saying? So top tier producers gonna automatically get 5 points. Any other producers gonna get anything in between. They're gonna whoever you negotiating with, whoever you doing the business with is going to try to give you the lowest of possible. You know what I'm saying? But you don't want to take nothing lower than 3 points. You know what I'm saying? So that's what a royalty is. So as I started to grow, I became 4 or 5 royalty point producer. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I knew what it was because like if you have an attorney, you're doing a deal and the things they say, you be like, what is this? You know what I'm saying? She'd be like, yeah, they trying to give you 3 points. Like, so what is that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I would learn what shit is, you know what I'm saying?
You've been doing this for like a long time.
Yeah.
What make you
2 decades.
why keep doing it? Like I'm sure you don't even have to no more. And I get like still making beats, but to even link with somebody like Lor Russell, like what makes you still do it?
I love this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't really know nothing else. It's like it's fun to keep evolving and connecting with new artists. And I fuck with artists that fuck with me in today's time. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the same as I used to, like where I was pitching shit or trying to get shit to people.
Right.
Like I let shit just come to me. You know what I'm saying? Like because I have a sound and a style, like you gotta want it. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't go in a room and like I could fuck a room up, but you gotta want it though. You know what I'm saying? You gotta understand it. You gotta know the history of it. You gotta know what it comes. You gotta know what you're getting. Yeah. So I like people that fuck with me also. You know what I'm saying? And just like chasing shit. So that's the difference of today. Yeah, I mean, got 5 kids, so it's like just leaving the legacy, building the catalog to a level to where it just lasts forever. And it's still relevant. Like it'd be dumb to quit because it's ahead of its time. Like it's still cracking. Like, you know what I'm saying? God. And the possibilities of making a hit, it keeps you going. Like the possibility of what tomorrow's gonna look like. You know what I'm saying?
How the Beyonce joint come about? Is that one like she came seeking you, or was that like a pitch placement?
Well, Beyonce was after Millie, so of course I was the hottest nigga in the world. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's just like that's just, you know.
A Millie fucked the hood up. Oh my God.
Top tier artists always seek out the hot niggas.
Whoever on
you know
top,
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's just like a political thing. I was working with Sean Garrett, you know, the infamous Sean Garrett, one of the biggest writers in the world. And when I made $1 million, it was, you know, it was going crazy. He would always call me like, nigga, if I had that beat, nigga, if I had that beat, nigga, or if I had that beat. So we was working together and we was working on Beyonce, and I already had this beat. I already had the concept on it, all the, you know, the words in it and shit. So just based off what he was saying about $1 million shit, I just, you know, Beyonce, like nobody can do this but her, you know what I'm saying? And he just wrote the words, you know what I'm saying? But I already had the diva on it, you know what I'm saying? So it just, you know, the concept was there, he just wrote the words. Nah, diva is a female version of a hustler, you know what I'm saying?
Is that how Rihanna came about too?
Rihanna came about through this nigga named Boo, Akon brother. Yeah. That's how I got placed over there. But
what joint you did with Rihanna?
Cockiness. Suck my cockiness, lick my persuasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Freak Ladesh. He like, I wrote that one.
I already had the lyrics on that one.
I don't know, man. Like I just my music is like, I guess, catered to women. Like I'm either gonna have some hard street shit or it's gonna be like female based. You know what I'm saying? It's like either or. Then I got all the other shit in between, but like people don't know the range of really what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I just really give niggas who's in front of me. I'm a cater to what's in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So Rihanna, like, you gonna give her some freaky shit. It's Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like, I let them other niggas give her the pop shit. You know what I'm saying? But I'ma give her some. But it's my freaky shit is like creative. It's not just blunt and nasty. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's tasteful. You know what I'm saying? So, Boo, I had that song. I played it for him, and he played it for her.
Crazy. The catalog long.
Crazy run.
The discography is long.
Oh God, I was looking and there's so many songs and people I don't even recognize.
That you did too, that few niggas can do, right? To do one and it's like this magnitude. So to go from a milli and then come back and do 6 foot, 7 foot, was that literally like them asking like, we need another one of those, and you was able to produce that energy and that vibe again? Cause that motherfucker, nigga, everybody in the world freestyled on that beat.
Nah, to be honest, like, that was a time I wasn't even thinking about Cash Money. You know what I'm saying? So I had like other issues with them. So like, they weren't in my mental. Right. You know what I'm saying? So when I made that beat, I didn't know who to give the beat to. Like, I knew it was dope as fuck. I was like, man, this shit hard. I don't know who to give it to. So I had that shit for about 6 months, and I ain't really gave it to nobody.
It's only one nigga who could do that.
Yeah. And I was talking to this publisher and shit, and I mentioned the beat. I got one of them ones. He was like, yo, it's one of them. I said, yeah. He like, send it to me. He's like, he was telling me who was looking for shit. Like, he mentioned Tip, he mentioned these people, and all these people was linked to the same nigga Wayne linked to, G from G Robeson.
Yep.
So he sent it to G, and G hit back like, Lil Wayne need this.
Right.
So I just allowed it to. I just was like,
fire.
Whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
That's
a
how
beautiful
that
thing
happened.
when you don't let the business get in the way of the creative.
I think he just got out of jail too. He had just got out of jail. Yeah. He did another one though. The Did It on Them Nicki Minaj was Lil Wayne's.
You did that shit too?
Yeah.
Shit it on him. Shit it on. Oh my God.
Yeah. That was Wayne's beat at first.
Pulled up his whole thing.
He had a whole song on there.
This nigga discography stupid.
Yeah, man, I'm a legend. I got 5 Grammy Awards.
He said, man, I'm a legend.
I just be tripping. I just be chilling.
One for every finger.
Yeah, people, you know, people be, I'm so regular and down to earth. Like, people be like, they don't even be knowing what the fuck I be
clack,
doing.
Missy Elliott.
Yeah.
You have that's what I was saying earlier. Like, you have contributed to the culture in like a monumental way. Like, a lot of moments wouldn't exist if you wouldn't have. Like, that's got to be a crazy feeling.
Yeah.
It is too, because you never like, I feel like you never established your brand in front of camera in the way that like a Timbaland did or one of them. Like, as a kid, I knew who Timbaland was, what he looked like, what he sounded like, but with you, we just knew the tag. Like, it was seldom that we'd see you in videos or see your face or anything associated with it. So you kind of like, it was just the music speaking. It's like you either know the music or you don't. But
I was in a lot of them early Ludacris videos. You probably, if you know me now, you'll look back now, you be like, oh, that's that nigga right there. But I think the difference between me and them, like, the artists around them represented them a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, Timbaland had Missy. You know, people people shouted you out. People made sure that Missy made sure niggas knew Timberland. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have the same type of effect. Like niggas don't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Didn't do that.
Niggas don't typically do that shit. They just, you know, they use you, they don't utilize you, like you said. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the thing. And I think and I'm the type of personality I got is not for a camera. It's not like I'm not thirsty for that. I just really be trying to make music. I be trying to make the best shit. It really ain't about like being known.
Yeah.
Long as and it's probably why I invented the tag, you know what I'm saying? I was one of the first niggas to do that too.
Oh God.
Oh, God.
For real.
Oh,
Like,
God.
for real. Niggas wasn't tagging back then.
Right.
No, you just knew shit it was.
Yeah.
Right?
Damn.
Right.
And that's really how it became my name, because really, but Bangladesh was just my production company. So when I started tagging my beats, niggas started calling me that. Bangladesh. See, I was a different, I was my government prior to that. So it was kind of like rebranding without knowing rebranding. I wasn't in the time frame to rebrand, but people knew this man and this man as separate people. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas knew Chandre, but they didn't know Chandre was Bangladesh. You know what I'm saying?
They getting a cut like, man, fuck that nigga Bangladesh.
Like Busta Rhymes tell this story when a Millie came out. See, I had met Busta Rhymes. A Millie came out in 2008. I met Busta Rhymes in 2006. I gave him a beat CD. Played him some beats in the hotel, and gave him the CD. And he didn't hear from him. A Millie came out. He was talking to his manager. He's like, nigga, who did this beat?
Busta would have ate a Millie too.
And nigga said, who did this beat? And the nigga was like, that nigga Chandre did that. He's like, no, a nigga named Bangladesh did that. He's like, that's the same nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Nigga been hoodwinked.
Oh God.
Then on top of that, I think being named after a country kind of shadowed me too, because like if you Google Bangladesh, the country gonna come up. You gotta specifically put like producer.
I had to put Bangladesh the producer.
Yeah. So that kind of like hindered the situation too.
We got some questions?
We do. I was trying to look at the ones that people sent in on Instagram, but they didn't send.
Some more crazy shit.
But yeah, we could do some of these. This is in regards to syncs, deals, and whatnot.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask Lor Russell this, but I feel like you should respond too. So they said congratulations on your sync placements for 2K24 and White Men Can't Jump. Can you break down how your sync placements have come about, the process, your experience, the pros and cons of doing them?
We got a song on 2K24?
I guess so. Actually, you do. I remember signing that sync thing. I think it's another one, yeah. And Luxury.
Luxury on Madden.
Okay, yep. Well, one of them.
Wow.
So can you break down how these placements came about, your experience in doing the business on them, pros and cons, and if you pitched these or...
We did not pitch to those. They really came about through the work. The sync team at those companies fuck with the music and the wave, and they tap in. And they usually send a licensing agreement with a MFN. You know, you get a payment for the master and the publishing side. And yeah, we're always, when I get those, I'm like a kid. I'm like, man, come on, let's press play. Really, because shit like that, I'm never really trying to like overtax niggas for shit that I used to dream about when I was a kid. I'm not one of those niggas. I'm like, bro, I really used to play this game. You feel me? I'm not one of those niggas. All this shit is still like a big world to me. So I'm just grateful for those opportunities. But yeah, that ain't even shit that we pitched for. It be landing in our lap. As you can see, I forgot we even had the 2K shit. And that's how all of them come. All our movie scenes, The White Men Can't Jump, the TV show, The Shot. It's always somebody on the staff and crew who just fuck with what we do. It always landed in our lap. We got some shit for the NBA coming with Bang from a fucking preview. That was from a blog. They literally emailed, cool. And he was like, the song at this point in this vlog is the one we want. So it was like
song wasn't even out yet.
It's unreleased. The nigga was like, "This is the one." Like it was that specific because you feel me? That's the power. Like sharing the process and the BTS. That was BTS footage.
Oh God, that was because Splash put it at the end of the vlog. That also makes me think how powerful it is that like there's no middleman when it comes to you. If you want to do business with Lor Russell, hit Lor Russell. Like everybody knows that if you go into the email and it makes sense, we gonna be able to work it out.
Tell them we filming it, and once we done.
It made me think that like, bro, the agent who called you and he was like, they was like, how do I get a hold of Lor Russell?
Yeah, out front.
And he was like, just hit him. Yeah. And he's like, nah, it can't be that simple. And then after a few months, he realized like, oh shit, you really just hit him? And it happened.
Oh God, that's the best way. And I love that we restructuring now to try to kind of get rid of middlemen and shit just so we can really do. I love doing direct business. It's the best way.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're not even getting all the money you supposed to get because it's a nigga in between who taking a little piece.
Right.
That they really ain't do nothing for.
Yeah. It'd be crazy that like people will get paid a middleman fee for doing some shit that like whether or not you was here or not, the play would have happened because they was trying to get to me. You was just in the way. It was like,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Have you had any like crazy sync placements from songs that you've done with people that you like, damn?
Absolutely. Like we get sync placements all the time. Shit, I got Airbnb commercials, Bacardi commercials, man, tons. Lemonade, a Millie, Bossy.
This nigga did Bossy.
They get the most sync placements. Like
this nigga
I get syncs every day. Like,
no way.
Straight up. Like almost every day, my administrator send me something to clear to push through.
Who you do pub admin with?
BMG.
Bet. This nigga did Bossy.
This man said every day, light flex.
Yeah. I had a commercial with LeBron and Lil Wayne. You seen it?
Oh, when he put his phone in the fish tank? Or when they playing the music?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I had to clear that. You know
I had to clear that.
This nigga got it.
What's that girl name? Camila
Cabello?
Yeah,
Cabello?
she used Lemonade in one of her songs. They got Bacardi commercials and shit. Shit, I've been on last year's Super Bowl. Shit, man, that shit. Sync is where it's at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Sync is where it's at.
Are you like independent on the production side, or do you have like a production deal with a company?
I'm independent. I got a pub deal.
Yeah.
Like admin?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fire.
Yeah. But I ain't signed to no label. I ain't never had no, and that's another thing. I out of all the super producers, like they always had like a Jimmy Iovine or they've been attached to somebody funneling them work or giving them whole projects to do. I never had that. I never really had relationships with none of these guys. You know what I'm saying?
You just
kind of just be doing shit myself and finding people.
At what point was you able to negotiate your first pub deal?
Shit, right after What's Your Fantasy?
As soon as it, yeah.
Right.
You know, they like sharks. Like they'll come out of nowhere like
want it.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you've I guess not, because you were saying like you kind of manifested it, but I'll ask anyway. Do you feel like it has been to your benefit to not have signed, or maybe that your career could have gone further if you would have been signed to like a company who was?
I think in knowing what I know now, signing any deal you could have probably made it how you want it to be. You could maneuver how you want it to be, but back then, I just looked at that shit as like slavery type shit. You know what I'm saying? Not in the full context of it, but I just never wanted to be working for someone. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to free. I wanted to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be like held under exclusivity of nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Is that
kind of like Manny Fresh when we was with Cash Money? He couldn't produce for nobody.
Nobody outside, and they be doing that to niggas too.
And not that I would have had the same situation. Man, a lot of niggas wanted to sign me over the years. You know what I'm saying? I was a no nigga. Like I say no so easy. You know what I'm saying? It'd be like shit niggas would jump to. You know what I'm saying? Be like, nah. I done said no to a lot of niggas that like niggas be tripping about. Like, for real? And niggas that I said no to never heard no before. You know what I'm saying?
Sheesh. Flex.
Oh God.
But you know, no is a powerful word, man. You need, like, people need to really use that shit. You know, Muhammad Ali. You know, they try to give Muhammad Ali the star on the Walk of Fame, and he said no. And you know, they kept asking him. You know, they didn't understand because they never heard him. They never heard nobody not want it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
we said.
They kept asking him, kept asking him. He's like, nah, I don't want it. People walk on that shit. He's like, I tell you what, I'll take it. You put it on the wall. You know where Muhammad Ali's star is?
Right.
He the only nigga on the wall.
Right. Because why would I want people to step all over me?
Yeah. It's just like the power of no, you know what I'm saying? Like, why somebody want to give you something so bad?
Right. That's what I was thinking too when you said that. I'm like, why they want?
That's the first thing you gotta think.
Because it increases the value
of the stars.
Their building.
Yes.
Yeah.
You feel me?
First thing you gotta think about when somebody's pressing you to do something. Like, why you pressing me so bad to do it?
Like, what benefit does it bring you? Because clearly it's more for you than it is for me. If you
even with money,
bad.
it's like, damn, why you want to give me so much money? What are y'all? What y'all making? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you know you gotta think about that shit first. You know what I'm saying? Before you like jump into a situation.
Jim LaDash.
Right. Oh, actually, this one is a good one for you. What goes through your mind when you start to write? And I guess not write is the wrong word, but like when you start to create a beat.
It's writing.
Yep.
Because that's what it is on the credit. It's like it's writers. You know what I'm saying? It depends. Like if I have a concept in my head, like a Millie or diva or you know a word that I can manipulate and I can make a beat out of. Like, you know, it might be something that starts in my mind, but really, like, I'm not really one of them producers that wake up with a beat and go make it. Like, I actually gotta, it's like trial and error with me. I gotta go through the process to hear something. I gotta touch this shit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta be doing something. I don't know what I'm doing. It's like making a mistake, then like correcting your mistakes after and just cleaning it up and like, oh shit. So you throw a bunch of shit on there.
It's like sculpting.
Sculpting, yeah.
Yep.
Perfect word, yo.
That's fine.
So a Millie, that's not your voice, is it?
Nah, that's Fife Dog. It's from El Segundo remix.
This nigga really be finding pieces.
Sheesh.
Scientists.
Right.
Yeah, science work. Yeah, just what you hear. You know, you can hear anything, and it just intrigues you to like you hear it. Like,
did they ever offer you to do a versus?
Nah, but I was on like practically every verses. I be the closer song
We need
on
a
every
flex button.
like straight up though.
Flex.
When the artists play that shit,
Yeah.
basically, you got to.
I was on Gucci, Brandy, Ludacris, shit, tons of them.
You know he got a song with Mario?
Mario, he was on there.
I wouldn't have guessed Mario.
Break Up. Yeah. The label hated that song. Jive hated that song. I got that from Beyonce shit because they hit me asking me to send them beats like Beyonce for Mario. So that was one of the beats I sent. But when we completed the song, like they didn't, because Gucci come on rapping first.
You did the little bit of love and the love. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
This nigga got so many.
See, niggas don't be knowing. You see that? Like, niggas don't be knowing. Like, he know, but he right. Like, niggas don't be knowing.
Oh, my God.
You was working with, I don't even know how to say her name right. Kesha?
Yeah.
With the 3?
Yeah.
Or the E or
White girl. I made that beat in the studio. I was fucking with Dr. Luke.
Dr. Luke.
Dr. Luke was a big fan of mine, you know what I'm saying? Like, he fucked with me tough. Benny Blanco, you know, producer.
Yep.
Yeah, he tells this story. He's like, because I was in the studio, I was on the phone, I was making that beat for Kesha and shit. He tells me, like, man, he was on the phone, he was just But yeah, Andre 3000 on that song.
If you could describe, like, in a perfect world, your ideal studio session, how does it go?
In a perfect world, niggas listen to me. Just everything I say, dude, like, period. You know what I'm saying? Perfect world, yeah.
That's hilarious. What's one of your favorite sessions that you've done? Like, who's one of your favorite artists to get in with?
Probably my favorite session. One of them was probably Gucci Mane Lemonade session, for sure. Cause we did that in the studio in the casino in Vegas. You been to the studio in the Vegas casino? They got a studio in there, and he was staying at the Trump Plaza, and I was staying. I had 2 rooms. They got me a room, and I was already there. It's crazy how it came about because I was this real estate dude I know from the crib. He's partners with this white dude that want to do music, so he wanted beats. So he flew us out. It was me, T-Boz, and both of them. He flew us out to Vegas on a private jet to a one of them fights.
Like the
MMA
grand shit.
The UFC shit. And so I was already in Vegas. So then I got a call from Gucci manager saying, "Yo, we gonna fly you out to Vegas. Gucci trying to get in." So I was like, "Shit, I'm already here." You know what I'm saying? So when I went to Gucci room, I go to Gucci room. He was staying like on the 40th floor. He was real high up, and he was in one of the rooms where the pool hang off the building.
Infinity sheet. Yeah.
And you know he had a girl in there, and I came in the room. He was like at a distance. I opened the door. He's like, "Bang, we got guns and money."
Oh God. Oh God.
He like, "How long you gonna be here?"
Hood nigga dream.
Yeah,
Right.
hood nigga shit. Guns and money, you know what I'm saying?
That nigga dreams.
So, shit, we went in the studio later on that night and started working on Lemonade. And shit, I think I left the studio to go to my room by 5 a.m. I woke up by 8. I went back out in the casino. Gucci still up, walking through the casino, gambling and shit. Never went to sleep. So it was, and there was a whole bunch of people kept coming in there. I think a couple basketball players, Too Short was in there. A few niggas came through there. It was just an experience, you know what I'm saying? Because Gucci is like just coming up with Lemonade is, you know, it was to see what it turned into. It was kind of magical.
Was that y'all first time working? Y'all made Lemonade?
That nigga never pressed record.
That boy crazy.
Ooh, let me ask it again. We're looking for a new person to dox
we're looking for videographers.
If y'all know of anybody,
please send in submissions. Send it to Splash email.
Yep, Splash Bakery.
Send your submissions for new videographers. to Splash email.
All right, this is from Slum City Art Department. Damn, it's so janky.
You ain't gotta repeat that shit.
Well, let me re-say it because they're not gonna know what you're talking about. Is it really as easy as they say to just grind up until you make it?
Yes, it is that easy. You show up every day consistently, and people gonna know who you are. I haven't had support from any of the major machines, not like any, and I'm here, and I've been on Breakfast Club, I've been on Leakers. I get the same. I'm working with fucking Honda, the SF Giants. I get all the big opportunities from just showing up every day. Like when you become to a point where niggas can't miss you and they gotta see you, I have all the huge people who follow me. It's from them niggas seeing me grind. It ain't from I ain't never been put into a session with niggas and it's like, y'all go work with them. It's literally just every day showing up and people find out about your shit through your work. That's really the wave. I haven't like, you know, the gatekeeping and shit exists, but it's like that exists everywhere. Even we gatekeep. You know, it's certain niggas. We don't allow everybody to come here. You feel me? We don't fuck with everybody.
What did we say that one time? We need the gatekeepers. They keep the bullshit out.
We need them. How has it been for you?
You're absolutely right about showing up every day, you know, because even if gatekeepers trying to keep you out, if you keep showing up to the gate every day, ain't nothing, you know, that they can do. I've been in a lot of gatekeeping situations, man, like, especially like being a producer, man, because it's not like typically people have to be attached to you some way for them to see you through a situation. For example, like I can give my beat to such and such management. They don't owe it to me to play my shit for them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's a form of gatekeeper. But if I'm in front of the artist, there's nothing that nigga can do at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not going to admit that he was gatekeeping.
Like, you better not play that fucking beat. Nigga, like.
I'll be in front of niggas I ain't gave the beat to. I'll be like, I see the artist. I say, you ain't heard none of this shit?
You get that beat I sent you?
You ain't heard nothing? He like, nah. I start playing beats, niggas jamming to that shit. That nigga sitting over there like mad as hell.
And on the flip, it's like a nigga can't stand between if that's what I want. Mm-hmm. If his shit going so hard, I'm like, nigga, I want bang shit. Yeah. It ain't nothing a nigga can do.
And sometimes it ain't gatekeeping. People give me beats for Lor Russell all the time. I have a limited amount of questions I can ask Lor Russell before he's like, get the fuck, like, bro, I'm trying to do some shit. I'm not going to use my time with him to sell him some of your shit. Yeah. Like, you got to figure out how to get in front of him.
Yeah.
But having a really high quality product always cut through. Yeah. There's certain shit T will stop my day for.
Oh yeah, and that's
it's true. Like, nigga, here. You feel me? And that's what you got to create. It ain't even, there is no one who could stop, especially in today's time. Like, this nigga Malik just went viral. Malik from Mercedes. Nigga, everybody posting this shit, tapping in. Like, there's nobody who's in the way anymore. It's simply if you putting out good product or not. If you got great product and you putting it out there, it's happening. It's going to unfold and it's going to happen. We're going to end on that. It's been another legendary episode of Free Game Friday.
With Bangladesh.
Pulled up to the Bay.
Bangladesh.
We got some shit on the way.
If you don't know who he is, go do your homework.
Go do your fucking homework.
Thank y'all.